been leaked that the Supreme Court is going to overturn Roe versus Wade. The federal ban on abortion, allegedly, that abortion has been illegal in multiple states for multiple years now. And they're going to send it back down to the state to make it a state issue. Here's why it's not a state issue. It's not a state issue because murder is fucking bad. Murder violates the natural rights of somebody. Upon conception, whether or not that baby has an ability to live on its own. I mean, Grandpa, when he's on a fucking ventilator, can't live on his own. But if I walked in there and unplugged the motherfucker from the wall, they would hit me for murder. If I'm driving down the road today and I hit some pregnant bitch, there's dudes in jail right now, not serving 1 life sentence, serving 2 life sentences because they killed some bitch that was pregnant. I know somebody personally. I personally know a chick. She just got out of fucking prison in October, who did 14 years in prison because she T-boned a car, complete fucking accident. She wasn't drunk, she wasn't fucked up, complete accident. She did 14 years. Not for killing the driver of the car, but for killing the driver's unborn baby. So, which is it? Are we going to play it's murder and when we decide it's murder and it's not when it's not, or you can't play both sides of the fence, and that's what the justice system does. It plays both sides of the fence. Life is life. And it's at what point is it a life? Upon the minute you chose to spread your motherfucking legs and let some douchebag stick his dick in you and nut in you, at that point, it's kind of life. If you don't want the responsibility of a kid, if you believe that having a kid is going to fuck up your ability for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, what you do is you keep those motherfucking legs closed, bitches. That's what you should do. Warm it up. Go play with your twat in the corner or some shit, but do not spread your pussy open for any dude that wants to stick something in it, which is what most whores do today, and they have been doing for a long time. Now there are some good females out there that they're responsible. They want to be career women, or they want to be the house mom. They want to do it right. They wind up doing it right. And they have kids in their 30s and 40s after they can take care of themselves. Like, I didn't do that shit. I got kids young, but I've taken care of my kids. I didn't want to fucking abort them. And here's the problem with abortion. And mark my words. And I know it sounds crazy. Trust me, I know how crazy I must sound. When we legalize abortion, at what point does it stop? At what point can a mom walk in and say, this child, breathing child, violates my ability, violates my rights because I no longer can pursue my life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Here's my 8-year-old that's a boarder. And I know that sounds fucked up, but you heard old Governor Northam, a couple years ago talking about what they were going to do after the baby was born. We keep them safe, we keep them comfortable, and then me and the doctors and the mom will decide what to do. It's fucking murder, man. And you bitches are going to hell to do this shit. You can avoid hell. You can avoid an eternity of burning or whatever your hell may be. If you don't have a hell, maybe you can go to sleep better at night. Keep your fucking panties on. And that's it. It's about responsibility. But we live in a country now where there's no responsibility. Unless you're a middle-aged white Christian male, then you must be responsible for shit that you don't even have fucking nothing to do with. Like bitches who have fucking kids that don't work, that they can't feed. Start letting these little fucking bastards starve. And if you want to help them, more power to you. There's some that I would help. But if you let the first little fucker starve to death, and I know that sounds horrible, it does. But how does extorting me to feed them or to pay for these fucking abortions, how does that not violate my right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness? Maybe that extra fucking $100 a week or $150 a week the federal government robs from me, which they don't rob from me, but robs from you, could drastically change your life, your liberty, or your pursuit of happiness. Now it's about who cries the most and who's the most irresponsible. Because usually irresponsible people are really to go to drastic measures to get what they want. For instance, heroin addicts, for the most part, are irresponsible, and the reason they are irresponsible is because heroin's illegal, but that's another conversation. Today, though, they're irresponsible, and they will steal from you in order to. Some of them will. Some of them won't. There are actually good dope fiends out there, believe it or not, honest dope fiends. But they will steal from you in order to support their habit, because it's your fucking responsibility to support their habit, because they're not responsible for themselves. But that ties into that's a whole other video. We'll get on that in one another day. But it's the same thing. There's too many fucking pillars. Take away the extortion, then the welfare state leaves. Now these people are up to, let her, if she wants an abort, like, listen, how does this affect me? It really doesn't affect me personally, but it can affect you. What if you knock some chick up and you want the baby? You're against abortion, but she's like, oh, fuck this. It was just a one-night stand. I should have made better choices. So she wants to abort the baby. Let that fucking cunt pay for that goddamn surgery if she wants it done. Let it be totally on her and that doctor. Don't get me involved in it. Tax money going to this shit's has always been my biggest problem with it. I have a big problem with it anyway. It's murder. No matter how you look at it, it's fucking murder. Probably gonna give me a strike for this video, I'm sure. If they do, my channel will be on fucking. I have a problem with both sides. I have a problem with it either way. I'm not into murdering people. Like, fucking children do that. They didn't want to be, like, they didn't make a conscious choice to be conceived. You bitch, you did it. Well, freedom. There's the incest. Tell them to go fucking her uncle. There's the rapes. Tell that bitch to get a motherfucking gun and some training. I'm sorry. Like, there's not a situation in the world that happens that to some degree you don't make the choice. For instance, cops coming to my house. They're not coming to the house for me, but guess what? I made the fucking choice to move here. So did I play a part in it? Yeah, a little bit. Now it's up to me to fix the problem. So we're trying to fix it. I think go to Wednesday. I think I was supposed to go to court today for that shit. Oh, we go next week. But like, these people on both sides crying, you have the right, the patriots, pick your fucking poison. Does the federal government rule over everything or not? That's my problem with you assholes. Either you want the federal government involved in everything, the state should, and the federal government should, the only reason they should have jurisdiction over this shit is because it's fucking murder. The federal government's only job is to protect the rights of the people. And if the state governments don't protect the rights of those people, being, i.e., children, they are children in the womb, they're children, then it's up to the federal government to step up and say, whoa, wait a second, states, you can't legalize this shit. And if you do, we're going to send these militia members to fuck you up. But that's all in the past, and we're past that shit now. And like there will come a day where you'll see some fucking cunt walking in, and you know what's going to really happen from this? Oh, this is the best part. Do you remember back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, where there was all those, I can't say that word, things that go boom at all these abortion clinics? Mark my fucking words, when these blue states go hog wild on this shit, I say blue because it's the thing, it's the thing to say. It's burnt my brain. But I bet there'll be some red states that do the same shit. I bet some motherfuckers decide that they're done playing around. And they resort back to that shit, which I hope they don't. Only because there's, I sometimes in those, like, innocent people, not innocent like the nurses and doctors who are aided in this bullshit. Like, how can you be like, aren't some of these doctors, can't you compare? I mean, abortions I performed 275,000 abortions. This cocksucker's driving a fucking Ferrari, living in a multi-million-dollar mansion, living the high life. Killing's easy. It doesn't take very many smarts to kill. Look at the fucking cops. Some cocksuckers kill people every day, and they are some of the dumbest fucking people on earth. I lost my thought because I was reading a comment. Almost missed what? This? Almost missed the bonfire. We're going back to the bonfire. My neighbor's there attending it right now. He was supposed to come over and help me move my truck cap because it's in the way of me cutting down a couple trees. And I was leaving the house, and I meant to call him and tell him, but I was like, I'm not going to bother him no more. That dude, anytime I ask him to do anything, man, he jumps to do it. Any fucking time. Doesn't matter. He never calls me. I tell him all the time, like, make some shit up so I just feel like I'm playing my part. Before I left, I was like, I'm going to call him. And I thought, nah, I'm not going to bug him. He ain't going to be here before I get back. Surely, because he knows what time Tracy goes to work. And then I left, and I was 10 minutes away, and he's like, he called me. I'm like, you're at my house, ain't you? He's like, yeah, how'd you know? I'm going to show him to you. That motherfucker looks just like, he don't look just like Thor. But that's what I call him, Thor. Because he's like a fucking ox, dude. You're like, hey, my car needs moved. He's like, hold on, I'll move it. He goes over and picks it up and fucking moves it. Not really. There is a joke going with the hammer, though. You gotta live here, I guess. I don't know. But anywho, the solution to the problem, bitches, keep your legs closed. And we ain't gonna have the abortion conversation. It's not hard. Like, at this point, there's so many fucking toys out there. Like, if meaning, let's start buying these whores fucking toys. I'm up for that. I'll donate to that cause. If it keeps you from fucking popping out some brats I gotta pay for, are you killing kids? I'll buy some double A's for you. Why not? Useless information. Did you know that out of one side of the factory, the fishing lures are made, and out of the other side of the factory, under a different name, the dildos are made and sold? Did you know that? Didn't know that, did you? Useless information of the day. What's your secret? There's a slight chance a woman can get pregnant without receiving sperm. Get the fuck out of here. A woman can get pregnant without receiving sperm? Come on now. And fucking dudes can get pregnant too. And to say that, like, well, the Constitution doesn't say, listen, Roe versus Wade was totally decided, allegedly, on the 14th Amendment. Because having a kid violates these women's right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And like I said, well, not having a fucking new Ferrari violates mine. So does that mean I can go pick a new Ferrari up off the goddamn, off the dealership lot and not have to pay for it? Because having to pay for it, not having it, violates my right to pursuit of happiness, because having a Ferrari would make me happy, but paying for it would violate my right to the same pursuit of happiness, because now I'm not happy because I gotta pay for it. It's a fucking joke, man. Like, it's goddamn clown world. For real, clown world. What if he really is still here? That motherfucker waited on me. That son of a bitch. What a good neighbor. Look, I want to show you Thor, and I got to shut off. I'll suck that fucking gut in. You've been drinking 6-packs, ain't you? I'm sitting there bragging about my little young neighbor, Thor, and I pull up, you look like you've been drinking fucking 12-packs.
Huh? Look like I've been what?
Drinking 12-packs.
Been sitting on my ass operating equipment. I don't do fucking manual labor no more.
I got to go, guys. We got to do this fucking cat. Peace.